what men need to know about women. Now, men, I'm making this video for you guys because I find that in today's culture, in today's society, we are very confused about our opposites. The opposites being masculinity and femininity. Now, we can ignore these polarities all we want, but everything is either masculine or feminine. It is the most powerful polarity of all, especially on this planet. So we need to learn about one another. Instead of fighting against one another, we need to study what the other person you want to be in a relationship with needs, wants, desires, in order for you to make sure you are in alignment to what maybe a woman needs, what a woman craves, what a woman wants. Now, everyone has, everyone has different needs, desires, but in all honesty, women all need these basic things from men. And I say basic because it's not like women are asking for too much. And I know you guys, I can already hear the men saying women are asking for far too much in today's generation. And I get it, and I hear you guys. But in today's video, this is what you guys need to know about femininity. Because beneath the masculine shields that women put up is a fragile, vulnerable, feminine heart that has been hurt, that has felt unsafe, that has had to fight because there was no men to protect her. And this is where I want to start. In today's generation, we are not allowing men to remember their responsibility. Your responsibility, if you are wanting a woman, is to know how to protect. And it's not even protecting from the outside world. It's protecting her in her emotional states and not fighting with her in them. Now, I know this is a test because women are highly emotional creatures. We are. I'll admit to it. I am still, even though I'm on this path of self-development, when I get triggered, my emotions can take over me. And it's something that's being programmed in our women today because we have had to fend for ourselves for far too long. And in today's generation, more so than ever, because women aren't even allowing men to be the protectors without making it an insult. So I want to start with the basic principle of being a protector man. Being a protector man definitely comes into play within making a woman feel safe within femininity. To have trust within your protectorship is also key. Trust is a huge part of a woman allowing herself to open to you. Now, trust is having someone's best interest in mind, and also the bravery of honesty. Being honest to a woman needs to be upheld. Now, honesty doesn't have to be a scary thing. It's learning how to communicate to a woman in a way that she can actually understand. Now, men are programmed to be the fixers. You want to fix a woman's emotional states. You want to have the answers. You want to maybe see her get out of maybe the emotional pit that she's in. And that's beautiful. However, that doesn't really resonate to us women. Because what we need in order to feel safe and protected is to be validated within our emotional experiences. And not to be pushed away like they're nothing, or not to be listened to and understood. Because guys, listen, there is key wisdom within a woman's emotional experiences that are reflecting back to you, perhaps parts of yourself you have not met yet. Being in a relationship with a woman is a mirror back inside of yourself. To complete the polarities is truly where union of thyself gets to be met. Now, this is important for women also to understand that having a man in your life will show you perhaps where you've been over masculinized because maybe, just maybe, you're fighting against him and his leadership. Him wanting to protect you. Why is it an insult? Now, men, be aware of this. And I also want to note Men, please know this. The grass isn't greener on the other side. I feel like in today's generation, we jump ship easily. If a fight is happening, we're not willing to become curious of why is this triggering parts of ourselves to show up in the ways that we do in conflict. Now, conflict is a crucial part of human evolution. For when we are experiencing conflict, we are experiencing the conflict that we are still holding within ourselves, being mirrored onto another person to show us where we still need to be healed. And this is why it's so important to have a partner who understands these principles and will not fight against them. For when they fight against them, they are fighting against themselves in truth. True mastery starts with relationships. It's a test. It's a test to see yourself in a new way, in a new light, to see the very triggers exposed, bare, in front of another person can be very scary. So this is why for a man to see a woman in her emotional states and not shut her down in them, not push them to the side like they don't matter. When you show care to her emotional states by becoming a curious observer of her and not adding fuel to the fire, rather lending her an arm to rest her head and saying, baby, it's okay. I see you in your emotional state. I see you in it. What can I do for you in this moment? What can I do for you in this moment? That gives her the reassurance you're there, that you won't leave her in an emotional state, that you're willing to see her in her dark. That opens a woman to surrender greater into you, men. And that's what you desire as well. You desire an opening for the feminine to surrender into your masculinity. But if you're not upholding the stature of what it means to be a man, to have a woman's best interest in mind, to know how much fear we as women hold within our bodies innately, passed down from generation to generation. It's a real and alive aspect of femininity, is holding a deep, deep pain body. And sometimes you men, be aware when your woman's on her period cycle, okay? Because right before her period, PMS, she will be highly heightened into her emotional pain body. And this is something that we as women have to bear. We have to bear it so we can heal it. It is our responsibility as women to become aware of this pain body. But it does help for a man to also know what it means to hold centuries of pain that gets ignited monthly. And for you to see her in that, and to calm her storm, that's power. And I think it's in the book of, I forget the book name, but it's a powerful saying. Be the mountain that her waves can crash into. Now, a mountain is not affected by the ocean's waves. It was formed from the ocean. Beneath the ocean lied the masculine mountain to rise. So within her emotional states, the deep emotions, is your greatest ability to rise to the occasion, to uphold your masculine structure so she can allow her waves to move. Because that's what emotional states are, men. They're a way for a woman to move stagnant energy perhaps she's been carrying around. And that's not to say to put up with any sort of abuse from women, because abuse from women goes unnoticed. Okay? So I'm not saying that. If a woman cannot own up and take accountability for her actions and her emotional states and is using you as an emotional punching bag, that is where you need to question your masculinity as well. because that is a sign that a woman does not respect you. A woman who has respect for a man will understand a man is not to be used as an emotional punching bag. And this is where the safety comes in, men and women, if you're listening to. Safety is crucial for men and women. That is what we are desiring in a relationship. Now, women need safety to thrive in a relationship, because if not, you will be having a relationship with a masculine woman who's armored up because perhaps you haven't shown her that you're trustworthy. So that ignites a fear within her. And there will be tests as well, men. Be aware of when women test you. And some women will test you unconsciously. Women need to test men. That is how it was always set up for women to thrive, is to test men in order to see if he can provide, protect, and lead. This is the key principles that women need within upholding femininity. Because if these three things are not put into place, she will be highly alert to her surroundings and not to her internal world. And her internal world has profound wisdom that is correlated, that is connected to the dimensions that men aren't as easily attuned to. So to master your attunement to her frequency, to her emotion, will be the map back inside of fulfillment to your masculinity and for her femininity. And I don't want men to feel like they have no purpose in this earth, because you do. And it's actually more so than ever you have purpose. Because there's a spiritual warfare going on. And that spiritual warfare perhaps isn't easily noticed in the external, but we can feel it within when we tune into our bodies. Men, practice your attunement to yourself first. Attune yourself to your intuition. Attune yourself to what your emotions are telling you. Not to fall into the pit of an emotional destruction loop. Because a man overly identified to his emotions will be over-identified to his femininity within. That will make any relationship become off balance. For a woman's already highly programmed to be emotional. So when we have a feminine man and a feminine woman come into the picture, there will be no containment. There will be zero safety. For you two will be fighting with each other's emotions. No one's without anyone being. And when a man is fighting with his emotions and putting them above a woman's, that is dangerous for the man, but also for the woman. Man, you do not want to become overly identified to your emotions. A woman can smell that on a man, and it is very unattractive. But don't get this wrong. You want to be aware of your emotions and use it as guidance for when you are out of alignment or in need of further attunement to your natural self. And your natural self is your protector, provider, and leader. So if you can't even uphold these three things in your life, work on that first. Because when you have those three things down, feminine women will become attracted to you, and you won't have to go through tons of masculine women to find a feminine one. And please remember this, men. This world is set up for masculine. This world is set up for masculinity, created by men. This world for women, we wouldn't be able to survive in our femininity because masculinity is a key part of femininity. However, if a woman does not have a man, she cannot surrender into herself. This is profound. That is how important you are, men. That is how important you are to uplifting this planet by uplifting yourself. Women need that more than ever. For if she does not have that structure in her life, that containment, she would never be able to surrender fully into her femininity. So I hope this video could inspire you, men, could give you guys a glimpse of a feminine woman's heart and what you need to know, bringing forth yourself into a relationship with a woman. Remember, there is zero perfect relationship out there. Zero. Relationships are the battlefield where you guys get to join together and heal and move forward. So we should learn more about, as women, masculinity and men, femininity, and what is needed. Because that is truly how we change this planet, is by accepting our polarity and using it for our betterment. So, I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, give it a like, leave me a comment down below, hit the subscribe button, okay, if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.